Welcome to Rise Untold, where the stories behind the spotlight come alive. That it's been more than 3 decades since Mariah Carey first stepped into the public eye. Back then, she was just a young woman with a dream, a pen, and a voice that could soar higher than anyone had ever heard. In 1990, that voice didn't just enter the music industry. It tore through it like a hurricane. Her debut album went straight to #1. Critics called her the Songbird Supreme. Fans called her an angel. In the industry, it called her unstoppable. But the thing about being unstoppable is, life always tries to test that. Mariah has seen the peaks. World tours that sold out in minutes. Record-breaking chart runs. Grammys stacked like trophies in a glass case. But she's also seen the valleys. The public breakdowns. The headlines that cared more about her love life than her music. The industry shifts that left even icons scrambling to stay relevant. Now, in 2025, she's standing at another crossroads. And this time, the gamble is bigger than ever. For months, whispers swirled. She was back in the studio. Not for a single, not for a nostalgia tour, but for a full album. An album that people close to her say is unlike anything she's ever done. Mariah isn't just recording ballads and pop anthems this time. She's experimenting, leaning into sounds that dominate streaming platforms today. Afrobeat rhythms, moody trap beats, stripped-down acoustic takes. It's not what fans expect, and that's exactly the point. Some say it's bold. Others say it's dangerous. Because Mariah Carey isn't just any artist. She's a legacy act. And when legacy acts try to chase trends, the backlash can be brutal. Her last major album, Caution, was back in 2018. It earned critical praise, but didn't dominate charts the way her earlier records did. Since then, the industry has moved. Even faster. Hits are measured in 15-second TikTok clips. Overnight sensations rise and fall before a single tour date is announced. Streaming numbers decide careers. And Mariah, the woman who once sold albums by the millions in physical copies, is stepping into that arena again. But here's what makes this different. She knows exactly what she's walking into. She's not naive. She's not hoping to go viral by accident. She's making a choice. Sources say the new album is deeply personal. Every track is tied to something she's lived through: heartbreak, betrayal, the loneliness that can come even when millions adore you, the quiet strength that comes from rebuilding. And when she sings about it, she doesn't hold back. One producer who worked with her recently said, she's singing like she's got something to prove, but not to us, to herself. That's the gamble. If the album resonates, it could redefine her career for a whole new generation. She wouldn't just be a legendary voice from the 90s and 2000s. She'd be an artist who's as relevant today as she was then. But if it misses the mark, critics will call it proof that her glory days are gone. And Mariah knows it. She's playing this game with her eyes wide open. The truth is, she's been here before. In the early 2000s, after a string of public struggles, people said her career was over. Then came the emancipation of Mimi. A comeback so big it became one of the defining moments of her legacy. She's not afraid of the climb, because she's done it. And she's done it when no one believed she could. This time, the challenge is different. She's not fighting to get her voice back. She's fighting to make it matter in a world that moves faster than ever. And she's doing it while embracing risks that could alienate some of her oldest fans. But that's the thing about Mariah Carey. She's never been content to just stand still. Every era of her career has had a twist. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it didn't. But it was always hers. There's something electric about that kind of courage. The willingness to take the stage again, knowing that every note will be judged. The willingness to release new music when your classics are already immortal. The willingness to bet everything on the belief that you still have something to say. When she walks into the booth now, that voice is still there. That whistle note still chills the air. And when she pours herself into a lyric, it's not just music, it's confession. It's proof that some talents don't fade. They evolve. Industry insiders say the rollout for this album will be just as daring as the music itself. Surprise drops, intimate performances, behind-the-scenes footage showing her in the studio, laughing, struggling, perfecting. She wants the world to see not just the polished superstar, but the artist still grinding for greatness. And maybe that's why this gamble might actually work. Because people don't just want perfect anymore. They want real. And Mariah Carey, after everything she's been through, is about to give them that in its rawest form. The stakes couldn't be higher. But if history has shown us one thing, it's that every time the world counted her out, she came back stronger. From her early battles to prove she was more than a label product, to the public breakdowns that became front-page tabloid fodder, to the reinventions that no one saw coming, she survived it all. And if she can pull it off again, she won't just be making a comeback. She'll be making history. If she could survive that and still rise, maybe you can too.